Find a design that everyone loved. As difficult as that sounds, that's exactly what we set out to do. This vehicle is a result of that feedback and all that work to vision Ranger for the future. We believe we achieved very modern and well-balanced proportions, a rugged, solid, and sturdy stance, and just consider the presence it creates, the power and the confidence. You can sense it's well-built, well-crafted, and there's a real coherence to the design. It plays much more to the emotions and the pride of truck owners in a job well done, and it's absolutely uncompromising about helping them get the job done. And when we started showing this to customers, something great happened. They all loved it. This design became one of the highest scoring vehicles in customer research ever. How could customers in so many markets be so united? It might seem surprising, but there's something they have in common. They want a truck for a reason. They need its capability. They're not looking for a car, but they're looking for the kind of features you get in a car. And when you ask them, they know a good truck when they see it. If we strayed too far from that truck ethos, we'd lose them. Let's take a closer look, starting here with the face of the new Ranger. We wanted to progress the blunt and geometric shapes and move to a more sculpted aerodynamic look, more poised, more dynamic. A short front overhang with chamfered corners, much more lean and acceleration to the front silhouette. Some familiar design truck cues here, the 3-bar grille intersecting into the outboard nostril. The large functional headlamps and sculpted integrated wheel lips are visual cues that make the truck feel bigger than it really is. We designed the hood cut line to flow into the turning lamps and also connects into the fascia cut line as well. In profile, the Ranger is much faster, has a much faster windscreen and a much more dynamic side window graphic. A very modern look promising lots of space. A higher belt line was a clear priority in making the vehicle more modern. That really signals the protectiveness of the body structure, and it provides a deeper box with more cargo capacity. The rear is dominated by the box with distinctive new taillights, tailgate, and large Ranger graphics at the bottom. You can spot little tricks we've played between the back of the cab to the lip of the tailgate to cheat the wind and help Ranger deliver on its fuel economy promise. Here on the outside and echoed on the inside, you can also spot the influences that inspired the design team, like the functionality and protectiveness of tough products such as well-designed power tools and G-Shock watches. The interior is a complete transformation, again combining traditional Ford tough truck cues with more contemporary kinetic influences. And that gives the interior more visual movement, a very dynamic feel. It's much more sculptural, these G-Shock graphic influence around the cluster and center stack, where you see the beautifully designed components that house our navigation screen, audio, and HVAC system surrounded by a black protective element. This interior is much more driver-oriented than previous generation trucks, and it's got the stuff you want in a car, but it still feels like it can take the punishment of a truck and still functional and very honest. When you take a closer look, you get a real sense of the craftsmanship here, whether you're buying an XLT like this truck or a fleet vehicle. We can't wait for you to see the rest of the Ranger lineup, and I could talk for hours, but it's time now for me to turn it back over to Joe Hendricks. I'll be here later, so please let me give you a deeper look at the Ranger design story. Thank you so much. Joe?
All right. Thanks, Craig and Gary, for sharing your vision of the all-new Ford Ranger and how it will be positioned to be a true segment leader. It is just as powerful and capable as it looks. I hope we've given you strong insight into the Ranger story and an indication of why we are so confident of this product's success, and why we go into Friday's global public reveal at the Australian International Motor Show with such excitement. We hope it is as big a moment for compact truck lovers around the world as it is for Ford, because it's not every day you can introduce a truck that's new from the ground up. Yet, that is what our One Ford Global Product Plan is all about. And with each new product we introduce, I believe their comprehensive strengths and appeal shine through. We are transforming the Ford brand, not just here, not just in the United States, but everywhere. The change is noticeable already. The momentum is growing, and there's much more to come. In fact, you can feel the difference. A difference that comes from listening to customers, making them feel truly involved with us, and building our business around delivering for them. We are approaching the world a bit differently, and we believe our customers have the same point of view. When you are in a Ford, you are immediately feeling the difference. It is a difference you need to experience for yourself. And that is a concept we are using increasingly to communicate to our customers. Feel the difference means Ford stands for something distinctly special. It is for people who don't necessarily follow all the others, who are not afraid to stand out in the crowd, and who reject the notion that all products are basically the same. Feel the difference is not about telling consumers what to believe. Instead, it's an invitation to be exploratory and open-minded. It leaves the final judgment, the ultimate assessment, with the customer. And it speaks volumes about where the Ford brand is going. It is going increasingly fast, driven by new products like this amazing new Ranger. We hope we've given you some valuable perspective into this new truck as the launch cadence grows. As you would expect, the new Ford Ranger will be a comprehensive compact truck range. And we'll be showing you more of the full range in the weeks and months to come. And sharing you more of the development story of the new truck and the fabulous team behind it. More about body styles, more about drivetrains and capabilities, more about power and fuel economy, and more about a great series lineup that means Ford Ranger will offer a configuration for every taste, from the basic workhorse to the top-of-the-line lifestyle vehicle. So ladies and gentlemen, this is the all-new Ford Ranger. We are so glad you could join us for this special sneak preview, and look forward to spending more time with you Friday on the stand. Now I'd like to invite our Ford team back on stage so you can get some photos and learn more about this fabulous truck. Thank you.